Good morning, students.
Papa.
Today we are going to read about the elementary operation of matrix. Elementary operation transformation of matrix, that is also known as the operation. First of all, we read about the interchange of any two rows or column. Two rows or column. Let any matrix A is equal to given here A, B, C, D. This is the row 1, this is the row 2. If we will mention here, this matrix can be also written as, we will change the R1 will change as R2. Means at the place of R1 we write R2, it can be written as C, D, then A, B. So here we can say that two rows R1 and R2 are interchanged. Means R1 will written as R2 and R2 will as the R1. Similarly, we can change the column also. This is the column C1, this is your C2. So when we will write the interchange C1, C2, so that C1 AC will come at the place of BD and BD will come at the place of AC. In this way, we can interchange two rows or two columns. Second transformation is there. The multiplication of the element of any two rows or column by a non-zero number. Already given in the NCERT book, just you can read. Just I am going to write only example. Suppose here given A, B, C, D is given. And we want to write here R1 is equal to KR1. R1 equal to KR1. So it can be written as A is equal to, at the place of R1 we can write the each element by multiplying K. So it can be written as KA, KB, and R2 will written as same C and D. So this is your second type of the transformation. Means we can multiply of the elements of any rows or columns. Third one is there, addition to the element of any two rows or column, the corresponding elements of any other rows or column multiply by any non-zero number. Means, look here, third transformation, third one. Suppose any matrix is given here A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. And we have to write, means we are going to change R1. We are going to change R1 as R1 plus 2R2. We can write like this one. If we want to write R1 equal to R1 plus 2R2, means we will add R1 and R2 by multiplying with 2. So that matrix can be written as R1 means this, R1 will be changed, means this R1 have to change. R1 A plus 2 and R2 means, what is your R2? This is your R2, this is your R1, this is your R2. So this R1 plus 2R2 means 2D. Similarly, we can add here B plus 2E, C plus 2F, and R2 will be same D, E, F, G, H, I. In this way, we can transform the element of any matrix. So these are the elementary operation by which we can transform a given matrix. Now we will read about the invertible matrices. We are going to read about the invertible matrices. What is the invertible matrices? Invertible matrices. Invertible matrices. First of all, you should know that matrix should be a square matrix. Matrix should be a square matrix. If A is a square matrix, if A is a square matrix of order M, if A be a square matrix of order M, and if there exists any other square matrix B such that there exists any other square matrix B such that A into B and B into A both will be equal to identity matrix I, then we can say that A is invertible matrix. A is a invertible matrix and B the inverse of A. B the inverse of A. So A inverse can be written as equal to B, and B the inverse of A. Now again you read, any square matrix A of order M is said to be invertible matrix if there exists any other square matrix B such that AB is equal to BA is equal to I, where I is the identity matrix. The definition of the matrix means any matrix is invertible, that means that matrix must be square. Means only square matrices can have the inverse. One more thing, if here AB is equal to BA equal to Y is given, that means B the inverse of A, and similarly we can say that A the inverse of B also, and both are inverse of each other. A the inverse of B and B the inverse of A. Now here we have to read about the theorem number 3. Theorem 3. Uniqueness of inverse. Uniqueness of inverse means in this theorem we have to read that inverse of a square matrix, if it exists, is unique. Means a matrix have only one inverse matrix. A matrix has only one inverse matrix. A matrix cannot have more than one inverse matrix. That we have to prove here. Now we are going to prove. Let there are two inverse matrices B and C of a square matrix A. Let us contrarily suppose that there are two inverse B and C of any square matrix A. So since B is inverse of A, this implies AB equal to BA is equal to Y. By the definition we can say that if B is the inverse of A, so we can write AB is equal to BA is equal to I. And since C is also inverse of A, if C is also inverse of A, this implies we can say that AC is equal to CA is equal to I, equation number 1 and equation number 2. Now we have to prove that uniqueness means B and C both are the same matrix. Now B equal to, we can add B into I. When we will multiply any matrix with identity matrix, then we will get the same matrix. So we can be written as B into I. And now B into I can be written as, from equation number 2, I can be written as AC. From equation number 2, at the place of I we can write AC, B into A into C. So it can be written as, by using the associative law, it can be written as BA and then after C. Now from equation 1, BA can be also written as I into C from equation number 1, and I into C is equal to C means B is equal to C. So we have considered here B and C are two inverse of any given matrix A, but at last we have proved that B is equal to C means B and C both are the equal matrices. That means we can say that a square matrix can have only one inverse. Can have only one inverse. A matrix cannot have more than one inverse. Theorem number 4. Very important theorem. Theorem number 4. If A and B are the invertible matrices of the same order, then A B inverse can be written as B inverse A inverse. Means that will be interchange. That last one B will come at the front and A will go at the last. This we have to prove. Means if that A inverse B is equal to A inverse and B inverse. This is the wrong. This cannot possible. But A B inverse equal to B inverse into A inverse. B inverse into A inverse. That we have to prove here. Now look here. We are going to prove. By the definition of inverse matrix, if AB is a matrix, AB into AB inverse will be written as I. As you know that A into A inverse is equal to I. That the same way we can write AB into AB inverse is equal to I. Now by multiplying both sides by A inverse, by pre-multiplying both sides by A inverse. So it can be written as A inverse AB का inverse equal to A inverse I. Now I know that A inverse into A can be written as I B. AB का inverse equal to, here we can write A inverse. Now I into B will be equal to B and AB का inverse equal to A inverse. Now when we will transpose, either we can multiply by again by pre-multiplying both sides by B inverse. It will be written as B inverse B AB का inverse equal to B inverse A inverse. B inverse B will be equal to I. AB inverse equal to B inverse A inverse. I into any matrix will be equal to same matrix, means we can write AB का inverse is equal to B inverse A inverse. This we have to prove. In this way we can prove that AB का whole inverse is equal to B inverse into A inverse. Now here most important topic we are going to read about the inverse of the matrix by elementary operation. Next topic is there. Then after we will do one question. Then this session will complete. This is very important because in the examination one question of 6 marks can be come from this topic. And there is one easy method also there to find the inverse of the matrix, but that we have to read in the determinant chapter. Here we have to find the inverse only with the help of the elementary transformation. By elementary transformation and the elementary operation, both you can say. Transformation. By elementary transformation we will find the inverse of any matrix. So look here what is the process, how we can find that process. I will take one, I will explain of the order 2 and one of the order 3. Example number 23 is given. By using the elementary operation, find the inverse of the matrices A is equal to 1, 2, 2, minus 1. We have to find the inverse of this matrix with the help of the elementary operation. So look here, what is the solution step? How we will do the inverse of this type of matrix? So first of all, we know that you can write here. We know that A is equal to IA. When you will multiply any matrix with identity matrix I, then you will get the same matrix. So A is equal to IA. Now at the place of A, we can write 1, 2, 2 minus 1. At the place of I, we can write 1, 0, 0, 1. This identity matrix. Here we can write A. Now here we have to apply the step. What we have to do? You know that if I is equal to given here AB, then we can say that A is the inverse of B and B the inverse of A. If AB is equal to I, so what we can say? B the inverse of A and A the inverse of B. That process we have to apply here. That matrix A is given here. This is the identity matrix. This is matrix A. Now by the elementary transformation, we will get here identity matrix. We will get here. What is our aim? To get here identity matrix. If here the matrix will be identity, this will be I. Here any matrix A already given. This will change into any other form of the matrix B. That matrix B is called the inverse of matrix A. Means finally here we have to find the identity matrix. The identity matrix means here 1, 0, 0, 1. Already 1 is given here. Now we have to find here 0. So how we can find here 0? How 0 will come here? One thing more. When we will apply the elementary transformation, so when we will start to apply from the row, we will change till end by row transformation only. Either when we will start to change from the column, then we will go till end with the column transformation. Means you can't mix the row and column to each other. If we will start with the row, then we will end with the row. If we will start with the column, then we will end with the column. So now here we are going to use the row transformation. Here we have to find the identity matrix. Identity means here 1, then here 0 should be the. How 0 will come? Think one time. If here 2 is given, if this is the R1, this is your R2. Suppose in the R2 we will multiply by 2, then it will be minus 2. When 2 will add with minus 2, then it will get 0. So simply we can say that R1 is going to be changed. R1 is going to be changed. Either this one should be 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. If we are going to use the row transformation, we will start to change the column. We will start to change the column. So we can write here R2 is going to be changed as R2 minus 2R1. The 2 में से हम लोग 2 into R1 2 को माइनस करेंगे, then we will get the 0. So it can be written as R2 means R1 will be same 1 2. Now R2 minus 2R1. So 2 minus 2R1 we will get here 0. Minus 2 and then minus 4. Minus 1 and then after 2 to the 4 minus 4. It will be minus 5. Here same operation. So 1 0. 0 minus 2R1 minus 2. 1 minus 2R1 1. And A will be here 1 0. Now we need here 0. To need here 0, what we can do? To get here 0, what we will do? First of all, it will multiply. Either you can divide this by 5. Now R2 can be changed as R2 upon minus 5. This can be written as 1 2 0 1 1 0 2 upon 5 minus 1 upon 5 and A will be here. Now we need here only 0. So now 2 minus 2. Then we can write here at the last R1 is going to be changed as R1 minus 2R2. R1 minus 2R2. It can be written as R1 1 minus 2R2. That one will be 2 minus 2. It will be 0 0 1 equal to R1 minus 2R2. 1 minus 4 upon 5. 1 minus 4 upon 5. 1 minus 4 upon 5 will be equal to 1 upon 5. 0 माइनस 2/5, तो प्लस 2/5, तो 0 plus 2/5, it will be 2/5. R2 will be same 2/5 minus 1/5 and A. In this way we got here the identity matrix. This implies we can say that A inverse is equal to what of this matrix will come 1/5, 2/5, 2/5 minus 1/5. So this is the inverse of matrix A. This is the method by which we can find the inverse of any matrix with the help of the elementary transformation. When you will change in the row, then you will start to change in the column. Means 1 0 0 1. Or when you will change the column, then you will start in the row 1 0 0 1. Similarly, you can start this at 3.4 and you can do till the question number 12, 14, up to 14 you can do. Now I am going to do question number 15. One more question I will do, question number 15 of order 3. Exercise 3.4, question number 15. A is equal to given here 2 minus 3 3 2 2 3 3 minus 2 2. We have to find the inverse of this matrix. Since you know that A can be written as I into A, means 2 minus 3 3 2 2 3 3 minus 2 2 equal to 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 into A. Now here we need the identity matrix. Identity matrix means 1 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Here we need 1. Here we need 1. So how 1 will come? When we will multiply R1 by 2, then we subtract R3, means we are going to change R1 as 2R1 minus R3. 2 to the 4 will come, 4 minus 3 equal to 1 will come here. So we can apply the same method. 2 to the 4 minus 3, 1. 2 minus 6 plus 2 minus 4. 6 minus 2, 4. Then 3 2 2 3 3 minus 2 2. Same operation will apply the right side also. The 2 are 1, the 2 into 2, 2 into 1, 2 minus 0, 2 0, and then 0 minus 1 minus 1, 0 1 0 0 0 1 A. We got here 1. Now we need here 0. We need here 0. To get R2 0, so what we can do? R2 is equal to R2 minus 2R1. 2 means 2, 2 1 2, so it will be 0. So it can be written as 1 minus 4 4, 2 minus 2R1 0, 2 minus 8 plus 8 10, 3 minus 8 3 minus 8 minus 5. Then 3 minus 2 2 equal to 2 0 minus 1 0 minus 2 minus 2 1 0 minus 4 1 minus 0 1 0 minus 2 plus 2 0 0 1. Now we need here 0. R3 equal to R3 minus 3R1. R3 minus 3R1. You can have 1 0 minus 4 4 10 minus 5. Now 3 minus 3 equal to 0 minus 2 12 minus 12 plus 12. So 10 2 12 minus 12 minus 10 2 0 minus 1 minus 4 1 2 0 0 minus 3 6 0 minus 6 minus 6 0 minus 0 0 1 plus 3 1 plus 3 4 A. Not down up to here, then I will erase it. Okay, we'll take the screenshot. Now I'm going to start the next step. Okay. 1 0 0. Now we need here also 0. Here we need 0. So first of all we can simplify it to get 0. 1 0 0. So here minus 4 is there, here 10 is there. How to it will be 0? 4 are 2, 25 or 2. We can change R1 5 into R1 plus 2 into R2. 5 4 are 20 and 2 10 are 20. Then minus 20 plus 20, 0 will be there. R1 1 5. Yes, we can't do because that will change. Okay, R1 will change as R1 upon 4, and R3 will change as R2 will change as R2 upon 5, So it will be 1 minus 4, 0 2 minus 1. 0 and R3 will change as R3 upon 10, 0 1 minus 1. 2 0 minus 1 minus 4 upon 5, 1 upon 5, 2 upon 5, minus 6 upon 10, 0 upon 10, 4 upon 10. This will be A. Now we need here 0. To get 0, R1 will change as R1 plus 2R2. 1 0 4 minus 2, 0 2 minus 1, 0 1 minus 1. R1 will change R1 plus 2R2. So 2 plus 2 minus 8 upon 5. 2 minus 8 upon 5. 2 minus 8 upon 5. It will be 10. 2 upon 5. 2 upon 5. 0 plus 2 upon 3. 2 upon 5. Again 2 upon 5. Minus 1 plus 4 upon 5. So it will be minus 1 upon 5. Minus 4 upon 5, 1 upon 5, 2 upon 5, minus 3 upon 5, 0, 2 upon 5. A. Now we need here 0, 1. To get 1, what we can do here? R2 will change as R2 minus R3. 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 0. 0 1 0 0 1 minus 1 and 2 upon 5 minus 1 upon 5, this minus this minus this, minus 1 upon 5, 1 upon 5, 0, minus 3 upon 5, 0 and 2 upon 5. A. 1 0 0 0 1 0. Here we need 0. So to get R1, we can write here R3 change into R3 minus R2, R3 minus R2. 1 0 2 0 1 0 0 minus 0, 0, 1 minus 0, 0, this minus this, minus 1. And 2 upon 5, 2 upon 5, minus 1 upon 5. Then after R3 minus R2, minus 1 upon 5, 1 upon 5, 0. R3 minus R2, it will be minus 2 upon 5, minus 1 upon 5, 2 upon 5. 1 0 0 0 1 0. Here we need 0 0 0 1. To get here 0, what we can do? R1 change R1 plus 2R3. 0 0 2 and 2 0 0 1 0 0 0 minus 1. Here R1 2R3. 2 upon 5 minus 4 upon 5, minus 2 upon 5, 2 upon 5 minus 2 upon 5, 0, 1 upon 5, 4 upon 5, 3 upon 5. But now last step is going on. 4.5. Here mass only, here we need 1, so we can do only last step. R3 will change it minus R3. So at last we can write here 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Then that will change, so it can be written as minus 2 upon 5 0, 3 upon 5, minus 1 upon 5, 1 upon 5 0. Here sign will change, so 2 upon 5, 1 upon 5 and 2 upon 5 with minus sign. A, this implies A inverse is equal to minus 2 upon 5, 0, 3 upon 5, minus 1 upon 5, 1 upon 5, 0, 2 upon 5, 1 upon 5 and minus 2 upon 5. In this way we can find the inverse of NA by with the help of the elementary transformation. Now this chapter completed. We will start tomorrow the next chapter, determinants.